Hello Gemini, this is your July forecast and also applies if you're Gemini rising or Gemini moon. There's a lot happening this month. Usually we've only got one new moon and one full moon. This month we've got a new moon and two full moons happening. We've also got Saturn still retrograde happening until September the 18th. And for you Gemini, this Saturn retrograde is happening in your 6th house of health and work. So many of you have experienced some huge upheavals and changes in your work area over this last 3 or so years. Some of you have had health issues that you've been contending with. And what this Saturn retrograde is asking you to do is just to look over your diet, how you take care of your physical health, your well-being, your mental health, your emotional health. What is it you're eating? What are you ingesting, not only physically, but also emotionally? And also looking at your work again. Are you doing work that is gratifying, that you're enjoying? Are you just going to work for that paycheck? And is that really enough? So it's a checkup here. It's also asking you, are you doing something that feels as though you're contributing, you're making a difference? It's making you feel as though you're doing something valuable for other people. So maybe an opportunity to look at maybe volunteering or doing something that helps another person. Maybe just donating to something, but maybe donating your time, which is going to give you that feeling of gratification. All month we've got the energies of this lovely trine happening, trine energy between Uranus and Jupiter happening. So this gives us the energy, offsets a little bit of that Saturn retrograde, maybe heaviness or seriousness. This gives an opportunity for new friendships to come into your life, a breakthrough in working with a team or a group of people, and just something nice generally happening of a spontaneous meeting that you didn't expect. On the first of the month, we've got a full moon happening in Capricorn. And this full moon joining the vibrations of Pluto in your 8th house, Geminis. So wherever a full moon happening, it's shining a light for you on this house of joint finances. Maybe there's a joint financial situation that's coming to a head and needs to change. Or maybe you're getting into a partnership connected with money and business. It's shining a light possibly on your taxes, your pension, your planning for the future. Is there something that needs to change? We're living in such times of uncertainty. This full moon may be shining a light on something that maybe you need to do differently with your security for the future. It's going to be a lot about your security and your finances happening this month, Gemini. Now, the nice news is that for the first week of the month, we've got Jupiter and Venus coming together in your 3rd house. Jupiter and Venus are the kind planets, the fun planets, the love planets. And when they come together in your 3rd house, it's a wonderful time for socializing, for getting together with people in your community around you, for maybe finding a new group of people. Geminis, you like new. You get very bored quickly. So this is an opportunity to meet some new and interesting people. It's also a good time for learning something new, for studying something new, especially that you really enjoy. And maybe for teaching it, for sharing, for coaching, for mentoring somebody else. On the 7th of July, we've got an opposition happening exactly between the Sun and Pluto from your 2nd to your 8th houses. So time to stand in your own power. Not allow yourself to be overwhelmed or to be a victim to what somebody else is doing. Stay strong. Now, for the first 8 days of the month, Mercury is still in your sign. Been there a long time, Geminis. We've had the retrograde. It's direct, of course, and still in your first house for this first 8 days. So, good time still to be speaking, writing, communicating, looking at the ways in which you share information. The information that you share about yourself, what it is you want to share, and maybe a revamping of your image in some way. Now, on the 9th of July, we've got Mercury coming into this second house. So a lot of activity with Mars in the second house of money all month, the Sun there until the 22nd of July, and added to that, a new moon happening on the 15th stroke 16th of July, depending where you live, also in this house of money, which is giving you an opportunity for a new start, something new to come in financially, possibly a new opportunity. With Mars in this house of money, it's a good time to be very proactive, to take action, to do something, not to sit and wait for something to come to you, but to try different options, different avenues. Mercury there says, let's look at some variety, let's try different ways of creating extra income, extra money. It's shining a light here on how you're spending money, what you're doing with your money. It's definitely a money month, Geminis, and a good time for getting things into order and for some nice new beginnings. Between the 13th and the 15th of the month, we've got a square happening between Venus and Saturn, from the 3rd to your 6th house. So this is important that you are not scattering your energies and going into too many different directions. Otherwise you're going to feel disappointed and maybe alone and feeling as though you're just battling against the elements. Choose one thing that's important and do it and focus on it, and then you won't feel the negative possible effects of that Venus square to Saturn happening. Now on the 19th of July we've got Venus moving along and into your 4th house. So Venus, wherever Venus is transiting in your chart, is all about looking at pleasure and enjoyment. So how can you get more pleasure from your surroundings, your environment? Maybe something nice happening with a family member. What can you do to make your environment more comfortable? That's what this Venus is pulling from you. And maybe you want to work from home, do something that you enjoy that is also your work and your vocation from home. On the 23rd of July, we've got the Sun coming into your 3rd house. On the 24th, Mercury joins it. So the last week of the month, Geminis, we've got a lot of activity happening in this 3rd house. And this is the busy house, this is the Gemini house. So it's a wonderful time for meeting new and different people. It's a wonderful time for travelling, lots of short trips, going here, going there, going everywhere. And Geminis, you love that. So this is under very nice aspect for you. And added to that, on the 31st of the month, where's my moon gone? I'm not used to having so many moon events. We've got a full moon happening in your 9th house of travel. So this could be a trip, something new, a trip to somewhere you've not been before. It's also possibly a culmination of something you've been studied, you achieve something, a master's, a PhD, a certification. It's also shining a light on your spiritual side. Shining a light on maybe a new direction for you, a new understanding of your life and where you want to take it. And maybe because it's 9th house, maybe you're going to publish something, a video, a blog, an article, a book. That too can be triggered by this full moon in your 9th house. So Geminis, it's a busy month. I don't think your feet are going to touch the ground, which I think you will enjoy. And I think that it's an important month to take care of anything financial and also to pave some new ground for some new beginnings. So I wish you a wonderful month, a happy summer if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. And for those of you that like me to look at your personal chart, please don't hesitate to get in touch and come for your reading. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.